Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sammy and I love to play Animal Crossing New Horizons. So if you do too and you enjoy watching tours, builds, and designs, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. So I thought it would be perfect to have my very first video be a tour of my 5-star island of Riverwood. Yay! So why don't we go ahead and get started? But first of all, we can go ahead and take a look at the map. So as you can see, I live towards the back of the island at the very top with my husband. That's actually not his name is Nigel. He actually doesn't play Animal Crossing, but he does like to decorate his own house, and sometimes he'll take pictures with me, so that's always fun. And then another resident that we have is Astrid. I'm actually using her house as a hotel right now. And then for villagers, we have Marshall, Bones, Fauna, Diana, Eric, Peanut, Chevry, Maple. Oh my goodness, I love Maple. She is my absolute favorite villager. She moved to my island and she stole my heart. And then we also have Tia and Stitches, who's the newest villager to come to my island. But as you can see, my map is very symmetrical. The theme of my island is elegantcore, so that's why there's a lot of pathing. That's why it's so symmetrical, and you'll see a lot of hedges and flowers used as decorations. So we can go ahead and get started. As you can see, my residential area is a little bit more on the closer side to my airport, but not as close as others that I've seen. But I tried to keep my decorating in front of the residential area, or the resident services area, a little bit more open, just so that you can see who's visiting for the day. Like today you can see that Kix is obviously visiting. From my flowers you can see that my color theme is purple, blue, and white. So you'll see that all around my island. So yeah, this is my residential service area. And then here on the beach, you see that we have a ramen stand. So I knew that as soon as we got those New Year's noodles, I wanted a ramen stand. I didn't care if it didn't match my theme. Even if it didn't match, I was like, I'm gonna have it. It's delicious. I need it. So making our way up, this is the ice skating rink. So I am probably going to get rid of this probably soon, because my villagers actually don't hang out in this area. I don't know if they don't like to skate or something. They just don't hang out here, so we're getting rid of it. And then here we have a little street performance area. I've actually caught 3 of my villagers singing in this area. I've caught Stitches, Fauna, and Diana, and they've even played the guitar, and I think it's really cute when they interact with these items. Like, I love catching them do that, so I'm glad I was able to see that. And on the beach we have the cabana areas. I knew that the kids tent item would make for a perfect cabana, and so this is the first one. I have 3, and then this is the second. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen this one before. It'll probably look very familiar. This is my absolute favorite one. I don't know what it is about it. I just think it looks really cute and decorated really nicely. Definitely a cabana that I would stay at. And here we have the pier area. I actually had a hard time figuring out how I wanted to decorate this area, only because it's so short. So I just used a couple chairs and a table, just a simple. And then here we have the campsite. So I didn't feel like a campsite really matched my theme, so I just kept it hidden on the beach somewhere, more towards the left side, kind of like out of sight, out of mind. But I gave it a little bit of decorations at least. There's the coconut juice, the hammock, the barbecue. And at least when the tent is actually up, it actually looks like a really cute place. And here we have the rainbow garden area. And making our way up, we have the residential area. So of course, since Maple is my favorite, she is front and center. She is the very first one. She has the biggest yard. I tried to make it like a grand entrance into the residential area. That's why there's a lot of statues and the hedges. And in this row of residential homes are houses that have white exteriors. So I gave them only little bits of yard space, so they share yards, but I decorated it in a way where it's still accessible and they're still able to have like cute little yards around their houses. And then our third row of houses are the brown houses, which I think are my absolute favorites because I really love the brown items, but I didn't feel like the brown items were very elegant core like, so I couldn't use them around the rest of my island. So I'm glad that I was able to use it at least around my residential area. And for our last row of houses are the colorful houses. So we have Peanut and her pink house. We have Stitches. And for our last house, we have Tia. I love the exterior of her house. I love the color blue, so this house just like, I just fell in love with it. I was like, this is so great. And behind the residential area, we have our Mermaid frozen hangout spot. So I really like the idea of mixing the mermaid furniture with the frozen furniture because I thought they looked so good together, probably because the mermaid furniture is more on the pastel side and flows a little bit better with it. And down through here we have our little concert area, so you can go ahead and sip some coffee, or you can even read a book while you're listening to whoever's playing for the day. And it leads to our secret beach towards the back. So I kept my secret beach a little bit more on the simple side, only because the entrance to it was already so extravagant. I wanted to keep this area simple with just a couple items and a couple flowers. And making our way to the left, we have our Mermaid Cove. So we have all the shell DIY items, all the mermaid DIY items. I really like the mermaid items, so I at least wanted to put them somewhere on my island. So yeah, this is where all the mermaids hang out. This is where they brush their hair. And we have a little library outdoor area here. And then it's next to the butterfly garden. So if you don't already use these butterfly models, I totally recommend that you should, because they just look so cute. There's a lot of different colors, except for this big one. Like, if I saw that in real life, I swear I would totally freak out. But yeah, just a cute little area. And then here we have the puppy park. Just a cute little place for the puppies to hang out. They have like a little waterfall in the back and the decoy duck. Just a simple area. And here we have the outdoor market. So we can see the plant stand. And then we have the vending machines on the left, the boutique on the right, and we even have a little coffee shop. I really love that espresso item. I personally don't drink coffee myself, only because caffeine just messes me up now. Like, all through high school, I used to drink energy drinks that had caffeine like almost every day, and it didn't affect me before. It used to just make me hyper, but now if I try to have caffeine, like if I have too much of it, then I just get straight up headaches. And I don't like that feeling. So here is a little sneak peek into the Moon Island. It's basically a sneak peek into like a fairy core type of deal. You see the Nova lights, the mush items, the rose bed. I was planning on making a fairy core island in the spring, so this is kind of like my little sneak peek into that. And then we see a statue. And here you can see that this is the entrance to my mansion. So this is where I live. I use the wedding pipe organs to decorate as walls. So I'm actually not going to tour the interiors for this video, only because all the rooms are decorated. So I felt like it would be too long of a video to include interiors. So I'll probably do that in the next one. And here we have the stargazing area and a little orchard on the side of the house. I have one on either side of our houses. And here we have our carriage and a little zen picnic garden area just to hang out. And this area is for all my Avatar The Last Airbender fans. Like, this is recreated from the scene where Zuko went on the date with that girl from the Earth Kingdom. So she took him to this fountain that had all these lanterns that were supposed to be lit up. So I used the street lamps and the garden lantern to kind of recreate that look. And I really like how it turned out, and especially at night. It looks beautiful at night. Like, I really like it. And here we have a little cafe area with all the food items, like the cornucopia. I hope they give us more food items in the future, because we've all been using them, so we totally should get more. And this is my Able Sisters. I have a couple of my own designs out on display. And I kept it more on the simple side. Nothing too extravagant. And even for Nook's Cranny, I kept it more on the simple side also. I just put a couple stalls, a couple Toy Day items. Nothing too big. And here we have our wedding area. So this is why Astrid's house is a hotel, because it's for the wedding area. So I really like the wedding day items. I just wish that it could have came in maybe more color variations, but it's alright. It's still cute. Who am I to complain? And then here on the beach we have our frozen bar and lounge. So we have a couple of seating areas out here, and then you can listen to some live entertainment. This is the bar area. These champagne glasses like make for perfect bar setting type of things. And if the place is all booked, it's all busy, and you have to wait to be seated, you can go ahead and just hang out here, wait for your name to be called. And this is my rock garden area. I basically harvest material from my rocks like almost every day, so that's why they're all accessible. I don't try to crowd too much around them, but I kept it pretty simple. I like using the street lamps as decorations, as you guys can tell. And here in front of the museum we have the great statue. We have a bunch of fossils, the T-Rex going through the museum. Nothing but the best for Blathers. And here we have an art painting class. Got some amazing artists on this island. And then on the rocks we have a little spot area and a fishing spot. You can either fish on the beach or you can go ahead and do some ice fishing, whichever you like, up to you. And then now we're coming towards my peninsula area. So like a lot of other people, I didn't know how to decorate around my peninsula, so I kind of just threw a lighthouse, threw a picnic set type of deal over there just to hang out. I built a cliff, made a waterfall, put some trees just to give it a little bit more dimension. And here on the beach we have our seaside diner. So I liked the idea of mixing the blue and black diner set items together because they give it more of that classy, elegant type of touch to it. And we have a couple more seating areas here. Even though my villagers don't like to sit there, they prefer to sit on the ground. It's okay, I still love them. It's alright. And here we are back at the airport. So thank you so much for joining me on my very first YouTube video, and I hope I'm able to see you next time. Bye!